So, it's not been that very long since I talked to this camera last, but what's ironic is I accidentally deleted one post already, which is all about religion, which I know drives a lot of people in the sense of Godhead and all of that, and it's gone. And I could reconstitute it, but I'm not going to, because it's got no point now. It's gone. It's done. I might talk about it again one day, but right now what drives me is the interesting conception of a universal truth. I don't know if it's true for me or for other people, but to me it exists. And maybe that links in with the concept of Godhead, but it to some extent is independent. I believe there is something out there that we currently cannot grasp, but we desperately need to. The concept that there is something vastly larger than we are, and it requires no omniscience or no omnipotence to truly exist, but it does. That what we are is a tiny, tiny speck. I could say grain of sand, but it's so overused and ultimately too large. And that is what we currently understand about the universe we've been born into. And in fact, what we understand about it is 90% false. That we are no better than the Aristotelians, drawing strange lines and having planets dance at their whim, with Mars going backwards and forwards, that nonetheless, for all that we've simplified things, and for all that what we know now verifies our theories, that somehow we are not anywhere near the end of the line. I have no evidence of this. I have no concept of what the end of the line might be. But I can no more accept that we are at the end of the line, that we even have the paradigm that will reach the end of the line, than any human being sketching diagrams in the sand could accept that fact. It's the sense, it's the intuitive leap that what is out there in the world is beyond my comprehension, that I haven't even been taught the arithmetic formulas to deal with that fact, that somehow 2 plus 2 is wrong, that somehow what I've been taught equals 4 is false, is somehow yet true. I don't know how to deal with that fact, but it's what drives me forward. That there are truths in this world that somehow on some gut level I have accepted that are beyond logical comprehension, which is what drives me. There are no logical proofs in these moments for the awe that I feel for what I've been born into. Whether it is some strange atheistic sense of incarnation, or some Godhead that nothing of our current evolution can comprehend, it nonetheless still exists and fills me with joy. The sense that there is something more to be discovered. That there is something more to understand. I often try to pin myself down. I was raised Catholic, and that was not enough for me. For all that they may or may not be Catholic dogma that worked for me, it was not enough. And yet, I can find no pleasure in identifying as an atheist because I feel too much belief and too much faith in something to say that I believe in nothing beyond what we understand now. There is a paradigm that is beyond us, and the only thing that will find it is our striving forward. Our striving forward beyond what we believe to be true now into what we will accept is true 2,000 years from now. 2,000 years beyond which I may or may not be dead. We live in a unique age. Unique is not the right word. We live in an age where I can say 2,000 years from now whether or not I am alive. We live on the cusp of something. And that something drives us to terror and awe and a belief that the end times are coming. But nonetheless, it drives us. Whether we die now or die 5,000 years from now, we live on an understanding of ourselves and the world and the universe that is just enough to make me able to say that. How many others? From Socrates to Ptolemy to Aristotle to Einstein can say that. We live in an age that is worth our awe. We live in an age where we understand enough to be dangerous and enough to be angels, but not enough to be God. There's something missing. And whether it's me as an INTP or me as a human being saying this, for all as pompous as it may be, for all as insane as it may seem, I seek it. I seek whether I want to or not, no matter where my life shifts me. The conception of the true meaning of where we are at, where we have gone wrong, and where we need to be. We are not now that which in the days of old moved heaven and earth, but that which we are. One equal measure of heroic strength to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. There is something out there, and whether I find it or someone else does, it exists. And it isn't about God, and it isn't about morality. It's about the truth that exists. Whatever shape it takes, whatever we are able to comprehend in our current evolution, I seek it, and I want it, and I will find it. For all it is beyond my comprehension, I know it exists. I am not agnostic. I am not atheistic. I am a theist who seeks what I know to be true. And I'm just waiting. Good night.